Alfine.
Hello, welcome back, everyone.
Hey, it's good to see you. Come on in, take a load off. We have a new soap today from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, we're so glad you came. Come on in, spend a little time with us. We're just going to talk about shaving soaps and have a little fun today. Thanks to Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. They were the first ones to let us know how important it was to look at some post-shave and pre-shave stuff. Mm-hmm. And in our care package, they included a cube. And so this is what they look like. This was mine. Yes. This is a black one, and it is, for the most part, scentless, although Fran did let us know there is a subtle scent of soap to it. It's incredibly light because it is an unscented soap. But that's not the case with yours.
No, I got the peach one, which we later realized was actually a shave soap option.
So, Immortal Peach.
Oopsies.
So we're very careful to not smell the scents before we open the soaps here on the show. But I'm so glad that this was an accidental exception, because when we open our shave locker,
it smells of wonderful peach.
Oh, man. Yes. It is just an incredible. So we will probably be putting a little Easter egg onto one of our Phoenix episodes in the future, because we did buy the soap, but we sort of cheated and accidentally already smelled it. So this is the only one in the shaving world that we accidentally smelled first.
But it was an accident.
But it was so good we had to mention it here. So these are super cool because they put a layer of sort of a slippery, slick soap on between you and your lather.
Right. So skin with the pre-shave
soap and a little water, and then your lather. And you don't have to redo this for every pass, just once. What's yours like?
It actually, I really didn't know how much I would enjoy it, but I do like, there's a little more safety factor when I'm shaving, having this layer between the soap and my skin.
And for us newbies, it does. It gives me a little bit of an extra little insurance policy as I'm learning against little nicks and things. So it's great. And these are the docks. How cool is this? It's a little station meant to hold
there are a
cube.
few other scents and stuff on their page too. So these are just the two that we have.
Yes, and your dock is clear. That's I like that too.
Yes, it is in a whole little clear action.
We can tell them apart.
Hers and hers,
So I am super excited to meet this soap because of the description. And I know that Douglas and Fran do fantastic sales pages, but this one had me. And again, it wasn't one of the original ones we picked out. This was a gift from Phoenix. They sent this along with the splash for us just to try out.
And it actually is a summer one. So we were excited to sneak it in our summer dates that are running away.
I'm so glad they did, because I had sent Douglas a list of the ones that I had bought. It was pretty extensive. And he filled in a couple of gaps for us of things that we were not choosing, but we really should have.
Yes.
Because when we opened Solstice, we were super impressed, but it wouldn't have been on our list at first. So I'm really excited to try Alfine. All right, so of the soaps in our care package, I knew this was the one I wanted to open next because of this opening paragraph.
The scentscape of a dream inhabited by mythical beasts and beings, ancient knowledge and magic, romance, a first kiss on a summer night long ago, Astoria, alchemy, and sensuality adrift on a breeze, Etta James on a car radio, a drive-in theater, staring at a night full of shooting stars from the beach where the warm waves lap like liquid tongues at your toes. This is Alfine. Man.
I mean. So,
that doesn't paint a picture. I don't know what does.
Let's crack open the box. All right.
Okay.
So this was pre-opened so that we knew what was in it, but this is how they arrive from Phoenix. Now, we are so lucky because Douglas actually was the first one to let us know that we really should be experiencing them in more than one form, the scent itself. So he was so kind and sent along an aftershave splash for us to try with this.
Ooh, fun label. Wow. Hey, look there's the cube.
There, okay.
Fitting.
You're gonna have to help us out. We're clearly the black cube is like an Easter egg or something that you look for.
It has a matte finish, so it's a little hard. Yeah.
Oh, the label just goes with that description so fantastically. Look at that.
Wow.
And I love that they're all so different.
That's cool.
You're right. It's like a mirror. I don't know. I kind of feel like this will be a really special first impression for some reason.
No, I'm excited. So everyone's are so different. Like, we're still so surprised every time.
He runs the gambit from the Shire to a blueberry muffin to this. I mean,
what will it be?
And, you know, while we're here in this segment, let's unbox the splash. Oh, thank you. Hold that for a second.
Yes, let's see.
This comes in this lovely box with the Spaceman on it. It's beautiful. Look at that. Oh, I love it. Let's have them be
Okay,
fans.
yes. We got to do a little dance-a-roo here.
All right. Oh, I can't wait for this. Let's have our first impression. All right, you went first last time.
Yes, it's your turn. Take your turn.
Oh, I'm so excited about this. All right, here we go.
Let's see if the summer vibes are there.
I feel like you really get a sense of the artisan as you experience more and more of their soaps.
Right, their different palette.
And I've just been so impressed every time with Phoenix Shaving. All right, here we go. Should we do the side smell?
Right, the little crease whiff. Yeah?
I had no idea what this
From that
smelled
description, really? We didn't read any of the scent profile. We are just being
There is
surprised.
just something from my childhood coming up in this that I smelled
Really?
long ago.
Like times at the ocean or something? Like a specific place?
I don't know, but it's an emotional smell.
Oh, interesting.
Like it really connected to something long ago for me, but I'm not sure what. Okay.
Wow.
Just because it has an uber well-balanced character. So like I'm not grabbing onto any particular scent notes.
Okay.
I'm just taking it in like a panorama.
All right.
And it's just like hitting something in me.
Yeah.
Like, something in me is
super
going
intrigued.
like, oh, you're back. Oh, you found this again.
Wow. Okay.
I know, right? Okay, here we go.
Let's see. Oh.
Isn't that different?
But familiar.
Right. It
don't
hit
know.
something in me long ago.
Wow. Yeah, what is that? It's a lighter smell too, but it's
It
very
is.
familiar.
It is.
and-
It doesn't and I think it has a lovely intensity, but its greeting is super gentle.
Yeah, I was gonna say quiet. But
Right.
yeah.
So wow, like my brain just showed me like the most gentle elephant, who's this like
Oh.
enormous creature, but who just comes up and delicately touches you with her trunk.
It's funny. I feel like it was something. I don't know if someone wore it, or if it was like in like a baby powder lotion or something.
Wow.
Like
And you know what? Like my first thing in trying to pick it apart a little bit is it's not sweet,
no,
but it is. I don't know how they did that. It's a new kind of sweetness. Are you smelling it?
yes, it's that.
Wow.
But it's like
I'm
it's like a
unbelievable
clean.
lather.
It's a clean, fresh, sweet somehow.
Yep. And I love how tightly these labels are put onto these bottles. I just gotta say, I just appreciate it. Sealed vinyl protection.
No, I keep wanting to do the re-whiff.
Oh,
Is there more in there?
that's different. Oh, this is gonna be a pleasure. Okay, you ready?
You didn't have anything on, right?
No,
You'll
not
get
today.
the full. You were prepared.
Whoa.
I don't want to say it's lemony. There's something else that's a little brighter.
Oh,
Smell this part compared to that now.
it's
It is. I don't want to say it's feminine, but it is a little bit that.
it has
that-
a masculine character and a feminine character, to be sure, that are both there.
They're just dancing together. I can't.
Yes. Oh, I smell summer. I'm not sure where I am, but I see.
Yeah.
I wonder. I know Douglas spent a lot of time in like Central America.
Oh,
and-
interesting.
And it's just not something my nose knows.
Yeah, that's a good. But it's familiar still.
Yeah, that. Oh, I dropped a little bit of aftershave on the piano.
Save the piano. Do we do the lather and see what this
Yes,
brings
let's
up
lather
here?
this because I still can't. My brain almost doesn't want to try to figure it out because it's so beautiful. It's something dry.
It's
Something beautiful. I mean, there is just a perfect amount of sweetness in this, but the part that my brain is loving is more of a dry.
Does it take you to a
character.
place or a person?
a place.
Interesting.
A place.
It's very refreshing and clean and
It is. Yes, it's refreshing and clean. And you know what? Douglas is so good at crafting these in balance. I might need a little help with the scent notes. Okay, I'm slowly unpacking this. I love that sometimes we'll get one that's easy, and sometimes this is such a challenge to convey the beauty of the scent that I'm experiencing.
Right.
Because it's like combining colors that make new colors you've never seen, but that just you have a response to. And that's what this soap is. So it's things that we know, I think, but it's the way he's put them together and the balance that he's used is like, this is how these were always meant to go together. It's hard to explain, but let's see if we can unpack this mystery a little in the original scent profile. All right, what do you got?
Alphine contains the essential oils and fragrance oils of rose, bay leaf, lemon myrtle, which I did think I got it with lemon, vetiver, white clover, cypress, helichrysum.
Wow, you did well at that. I think that's how that should be pronounced.
Well, it is now. Ombrette, geranium, and tobacco absolute.
Absolutely. See, look at that. Nothing in that. If I had a list of hundreds of scent notes from which I could build a cologne, those would not jump out at me.
No.
But they jumped out at him. And I'm so
well, and that's the thing. I wouldn't read those and think they'd be this either somehow.
Right. This is, like he was able to see this color coming, I think. And if we look at the rest of this description, this might help us put into words what we're experiencing. Why don't you read the first one?
All right. The original epic. Alphine is not only the name of this Phoenix shaving classic, but also the exact words I shouted out after months of dedicated trial and error upon fruition.
Yeah.
For those not familiar with the Spanish language, Alphine translate in English to something like at last.
Gotcha. I had been working at this scent some time and had really begun exploring the world of perfuming only a few months before, but with a hunger. I bought every book I could find on the subject and devoured it. At the same time, every day, I was scent building these strange and exotic scents, getting closer to something. In all honesty, I really didn't create Alphine. Alphine created Alphine, if that makes sense. It does.
It does.
It totally does.
It doesn't really seem from this world, if that makes sense either.
Because this is something that I thought I could only imagine. And it's here because it's not, I don't catch any of those scent notes in this. This might be the first soap where I say, you know what? It's funny, but I'm so enjoying the balance that I don't want my brain
to find those.
To really go deeper and find those scent notes in it, because it would almost be like taking something like the Tiffany blue and pulling the green out of it.
It doesn't need to be. Yeah.
Right.
It's what we have is wonderful enough. Just leave it there.
It's about that balance. I wonder if he had this in his imagination. And
I wonder, because even like how that's written, it's like its own little like mystery.
To find it, or if when combining the scents, he would go, "Oh, this is extraordinary. This is extraordinary." What?
They're friends.
So maybe that's how Alphine created Alphine, was that it led him bit by bit,
to
little
trail
its
crumbs,
full fruition.
There's still more. Should we read?
Oops!
What was that?
I lost my stopper. Oh. Like the muse, patiently waiting for her curtain call at the end of a pen, Alphine was near, but always out of grasp. This was more due to my inexperience than her willingness to reveal herself, as she would eventually. Alphine is the product of pure passion and a desire to create. I hope she serves you in a similar fashion. Wow. This is extraordinary. Yeah, this is undescribable in the sense that I can't tell you anything in this that you'll know. Because this is so different.
And I don't want to say it's like it's an international smell from somewhere else, but it's just, it's
it's
new.
more of a universal
it's
smell.
New. Or like they're from so many different places you would have never put them together.
And you know what? This is probably my 10th or 12th deep inhalation, and I'm not done letting it wash over me yet. Does that make sense?
No, I feel like it's just there's you're getting to know
so
something
much
new.
To discover here. You know? I'll say it. I'll say it. If there was a mermaid barbershop.
There you go.
right, so is this masculine or feminine? I think this is beautifully both. I think if I was wearing this, you'd catch on to the north and west. I think if you were wearing this, you'd catch on to the east and south.
I don't know if I could decide at all.
That are like...
It's its own time and its own place. Like, we're not meant to figure it out.
Yeah, this is a bit magical.
Like, I feel like your friend Melinda would just eat this up. Yeah, I mean, luckily it's meant to be on your
Yeah, I have a friend who's from another dimension, and she would absolutely...
Like, I feel like she would belong there.
Yeah, for sure.
I know that's totally weird to say,
She's an author. She writes about magical places, so that
it clearly fits her.
Yeah, this is, again, like a scent of a magical type person.
And that was the first sentence. A scentscape of a dream inhabited by mythical beasts and beings.
This was the Marcus Sitback. Did you see it?
I saw
the
it.
Marcus
You just
Sitback.
you give in. This is what it is.
I think I've decided something.
Okay.
I think much like Etta James, who understood magic. If you've ever heard At Last played late at night, it's just magic. Bette Midler once said, on a cold, lonely night, a good song makes one hell of a lover.
Yeah.
And she knew magic enough to know that when she made that song, she could put magic in it. Mm-hmm. This show starts to do a disservice to soaps like this.
Right.
When Douglas just seems to understand magic and knows how to put it in a shaving soap.
Right.
The same way that Etta put magic into that song. This is just absolutely charming. And luckily, we have a way for you to get your own. Head over to PhoenixArtisanAccoutrements.com, or even better, do so by way of the affiliate link in the description. It lets them know that we sent you, and it provides us back a small percentage of your sale, which we will probably use to buy more soaps to make more episodes, let's be honest. And we would be grateful. Well, I've had my shave. And it's a Phoenix CK6 formula. I mean, it's going to be a great shave. And that's what I like, is I'm learning that these formulas are going to be there for me and how they're going to be there for me so that I can start to learn the grain of my face with my razor. I don't have to worry about knowing that Phoenix soap is going to be amazing. Because it is. Now, on the scent, I've spent a few days with it since we shot the rest of this episode. I even put some aftershave on for our walk today. Y'all. There is magic in spending more time with this one because it's everything that's magical about the rose, but it's still missing certain parts of it. It's everything that's magical about an aftershave sitting on your shoulder, gently reminding you that it's there without like poking me, without having a top note that gets repetitive for me. I just find myself doing this all day, needing just a little bit more of a whiff of it. So, yeah, the original creator once said that Alphine was his baby. And that is as good a description as I can give you. This is a magical scent, and you know what? Somehow, this label is really descriptive. So, if you have Alphine, you know. If you don't, I might suggest it. Thanks, Douglas and Fran. Very, very cool scent. Welcome to Messages. So one of the places that we discovered this amazing community was through the Instagram Lives.
Yes.
And we are having the best time either on our walk in the afternoons, because we're on the Pacific Coast,
to the replay.
or in the evening, just joining in and listening to the banter back and forth and just feeling like we've got our friends in the room. So if you know of a cool Instagram Live that you have not seen us in yet, would you put it in the comments? Because we want to visit as many of you as possible and just get to know you a little bit.
We've been trying to write them down. I know that
show.
there's a few that are always on Mondays or some are every other week. So we just want to make sure we're not missing out on any other wet shaving fun.
So please put it in the comments if you have a live that you like to hang out on Instagram, and we'll make sure we don't miss it this week. You know what makes me most excited about the 7 or 8 Phoenix shaving soaps we have on the piano is how freaking different every single one is. These are all so different, and you can just tell that like a good artist, for every single one they start with a blank canvas.
Yeah. And you know what's so fun about this shave community? We had no idea this was waiting for us. Like, we found...
it's a whole universe, y'all.
Well, and the first one we started was with the Good Vibrations.
Right.
Which is like, a little spinoff of the Barbershop. And then we've had so many in this journey that I just can't... we still get surprised, and I love that.
Yeah, we've been taken to foreign countries. We've been taken to imaginary places. We've been given the most amazing desserts.
Almost at our 20th one, and we're still just as in awe of what scents can do.
And hopefully we are just getting started. We hope to see you at your next appointment next Saturday morning at 9 a.m.
And you'll smell better just watching us.
That's my line.